up, guys? Hope you're all well. Welcome to the live. So let's see how this goes. So I've just been trying out some new stuff with the live streaming. As you can see, it's a bit more fancy now, so I wonder if it'll help, kind of with the channel and stuff. But yeah, so I noticed last night, like the live actually went pretty well towards the end. I kind of just never really know, but yeah, it's so I was just wondering, how this is gonna go going forward, but I'm trying my best. So I just gotta give it a shot, really. You just gotta really just try not leave any stone unturned. If you want to get success in some way or whatever, whether it's a YouTube channel or whether it's your fitness or whatever, you want to be doing everything in your power to make it happen. Otherwise, you're wasting potential, and that's something I cannot be doing, is wasting potential. I want to see where I can go. I want to see how far I can push myself. That's what I want to do. I don't want to look back and think, I'm messed up and anyway, so yeah, so we'll just see how this goes, see who we get in here, but we'll see if it attracts more viewers or something. But yeah, they were saying about, make sure you've got a good title and all that, make sure you got a good, description with the tags and stuff. And I've also set the stream up with some fancy stuff, so we'll see how this goes, really. So, trying things out. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the drawing board and try some new things out. See what works and what doesn't work. So about experimentation, really. But welcome to the live, guys. I hope you're all well. Hello, Sheeplin. Do you run a program? I don't actually. Why, is it something that you're looking into, or are you just curious or something? But if you've seen my video from not video, but my post from the other week, and it was only 6 days ago, but you can see the progress that I've made since then with the muscle gains and stuff. So yeah, it's just. Or do you mean as in run a program, as in just that I follow a program, or are you just curious, right? So yeah, so wasn't you watching? Oh no, I mean there was something about Runner Boy, and that weren't there some I don't know. Hi Susanna, good to see you. I don't usually go live at this time, but I just thought I'd try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, I don't usually see you here, Sheeplin. I mean, I remember there was some I don't know if there was some dispute or something going on, and it got a bit chaotic. I remember there was somebody arguing with Runner Boy or something, and it looks like Runner Boy's been getting more views lately, so he's getting close to monetization. So, but yeah, it's good that he's doing something was it going up Mount Kilimanjaro in 3 months? So that'd be good to see. But yeah, it'd be good if I could start some kind of program. And there's people out there that say, oh, you should just do it all for free, and it's well, the thing is that oftentimes if you do something for free for people, they don't value it. But when you put a price on something, people tend to value it more. So it's not even just about you wanting to make money for you, but it's also you're gonna get a better quality client, and you're also gonna, and people tend to take it more seriously. Okay, Dante, whatever. Just we're gonna just get rid of that. Hang on. There's not any mods in here, is there? So Oh, it's already on the screen, and it's alright, Tom, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by again. Hope everyone's doing well. But yeah, just trying different things out and see what works, I guess. But welcome to the live, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Looks like the weather's going to be alright today, so that's good. Dante says, let's have a scrap. Let's not, shall we? Since then I have been experimenting. What's that? I like to run a pre-made program and figure out what exercises I like. Yeah, I just been trying different things out and see what works. I remember I was trying some kind of weird kind of exercise, but I actually found it was not good for my, I think it was my wrist or something, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is an exercise I do not recommend people do, especially if you do it regularly, is that something that looks like this. So what I did is I basically did this. So you can do this exercise where you just kind of do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But what I was doing is trying to think, oh well, if I extend out like that, you see that's not good. Yeah, if you do that, that's just going to mess up your wrist doing that because of the pressure that the strain that's on the wrist. So I've just found that that's not a good exercise to do. So yeah. So I've found that things through experimentation, see what works for me, what doesn't. But I'm probably not good for anybody, that, to be honest. But you have to just 18 in the chat. Well, yeah, that's good. Anyway, share the live out, guys. But yeah, I'm just seeing if I can, get more viewers going forward, because I'm trying my best here to try and see if I can just grow the channel. Hello, Air Hammond. Walls are cool. Walls are so great. I love walls. Walls are so fantastic. They're. I should put a. Hang on a second. Let me find the yellow rag. There we go. This will be for the Trump impressions, So if I want to do a Trump impression, I'll just do this. I love walls. Walls are so great. I love building a wall next to Mexico. Alright. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all well. Nothing wrong with that exercise. I was just saying the one at the wall, I found that it was messing up my, I think it was my wrist. Maybe it was just I was doing it too much. But I was trying to figure out, because it was whether it would actually be a good delt exercise to get a wider shoulders. But this one, where you just go up to this point here, is fine. But in order to make it more difficult, move your feet further away, like that. So you can try different difficulties depending on where you're at. The only thing is, if I go too far out, I feel like I'm just going to fall or something. It's so I'm not sure what the best thing to do. I remember there was this exercise where you would take let's say for example, I just take this. I just use my jacket for an example. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide. So you're going to actually come out and you're going to slide like that. Which might look a bit stupid. But try it. It's that'll work the side delts. That'll work. So get the wider shoulders if you do it with enough difficulty or enough reps. So it's just, when it comes to bodyweight training, it's all about finding hacks, using any props that you can to help you with it, and so you just gotta see what works for you, and because you shouldn't have people telling you, you need to do dumbbells, barbells, whatever, because
because that's not necessarily the case. People need to realize that they can use whatever equipment that they have lying around. You can be very minimalistic in that you don't need barbell, you don't need a barbell. You can literally use resistance bands, or you can just use body weight exercises. There's a lot of things that you can do. So press ups against the wall for those who can't get on the floor is great too. Further away from the wall, the more intense. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Or do it on steps. So you could do like you could lower down to where, say, you do it on the on the third step, then down to the second step, for example. So you're gradually increasing the difficulty over time. So that's an idea for people. Or they can do knee push-ups, and that way they can build up to it. Because when I first started, I couldn't even do a proper push-up. So I think I started doing like push-ups on like stairs, if I remember, to try and build up the difficulty. So it's just, you have to just start with an exercise that you can do with good form. Otherwise, it can lead to injuries, and also just not get you the results that you want because you're not working the muscles properly. So yeah, I just rely on equipment to work on, right? Yeah, that's it. So even when it comes to squats, you can do more advanced variations. Say if you, for example, body weight squats become too easy, then you can do plyometric squats, you can do jumping lunges, things like that. One leg box jumps, no, not box jump, just like one leg step up. So you could get onto like one leg box jumps even at a certain point. If you get really good at it, like if you can, that would be a bit more advanced. But yeah, you just gotta. So yeah, steps can be well utilized too. Yeah, exactly. It's all about finding props, and it's like there's literally like you can probably find bars around you. Like it might just be even things like bike racks. Get under it, do some inverted rows so you can work your back. You'll probably have some calisthenics equipment around you, like pull-up bars and stuff, usually around parks and things like that. So yeah, so it's just because say for example, if you're going on holiday, you might not be able to access the gym, or at least not all the time. So it'd be good to have stuff with you, or just find ways to use your body weight. So that's why it can be good to do that, because like say you might not be able to do barbell squats whilst you're on holiday. So what's that, JM dips? What are they? I don't know about JM dips, or what. You might have to explain those. I mean, I've heard of impossible dips, which are like, as the name suggests, it's very, very difficult. There's quite a lot of variations. There's like ring dips. There's like Bulgarian dips, which is like a form of like a ring dip, I think, where they do like a wide sort of a wide variation or something. And there's so many different variations of things that people can do. And what's that, Russian dips? No, I've not heard of that. I've heard of Korean dips, but I can't even do them. They're very, very difficult. It's like a straight bar dip, but you're like, it's I don't even know if I'll be able to do dips in here, because I mean I can do like just the tricep dips with like. Let me see if I can find a way to do dips right now, but it's just you gotta get the right equipment for it. Really, it's just not ideal. Like I'd have to pretty much like for example, if I'm doing, I'd have to pretty much like, there's like no way I can do it in here really. I could probably do deficit push-ups in here, but I'm not really going to be working out right now, but I might do some stuff later. But yeah, how many people have we got in here then? Not everyone can afford equipment or gym fees. Yeah, I would say like everybody could if they wanted to, but everyone's got their own priorities and stuff, haven't they? You know, they've all got their own, like, some people would rather prioritize traveling or something like that. And yeah, to buy a full set of equipment, it can be quite expensive, but maybe it's worth it in the long run as opposed to buying a whole, bunch of memberships, let's say. Because I think the one that I've got is like 20 some quid a month, which is actually not that bad, but in the long run, it is going to add up. After a year, you're paying hundreds of pounds for the membership, and and it's not even necessary really for a lot of things, because you could either get yourself a pull-up bar, or you could get yourself, maybe you could just get yourself a adjustable dumbbell set. That can be an idea, just to kind of, because then you don't have to buy a whole set of dumbbells. You could just adjust it to what you need it to be. So the only thing with that is it can be a bit of a faff. You're having to mess about with like changing it all, and it's just, but it is what it is. Yeah, I just don't really feel the need to have weights right now. I just would use a bag, just with the what weights in it. You could either put water bottles in it, bucks in it. You could put whatever in it. Tins of stuff in it. Like tins of food, or I don't know, whatever is going to add weight to get some resistance. But the thing is, I don't even always use that. Sometimes, like if I do the bicep curls, I'm going to do the body weight version. I'll do go underneath a bar. And there's a way that you can actually, depending on how you turn your elbow, you can actually make it isolate your biceps. So it's all about knowing how to position your body in such a way to isolate a certain muscle. For example, if you're doing push-ups and you do it with a narrower, you do it narrower, you're going to get more triceps. If it's wider, it's more chest. So it's all about trying to find that right angle for you to get the right muscles, basically. So, but obviously you probably already know that. This is just out to anybody that might be a bit kind of new to the thing. It's just But if people are new to training, then they probably don't need to worry too much about that, because it being a novel stimulus, you're just going to grow overall if you just train generally, kind of thing. Oh, hello Jacob, good to see you. How are you today? Welcome in here. Thank you for joining me this morning. Let's get this shared out if you can, guys. So it says we've got 159 views apparently on this live, so yeah, it looks like we're getting a bit more views now. I don't know, we'll see how it goes really, but 17 viewers in the live. Come and chat with us. If you've got any questions, then feel free to put them in there, because this is what it's all about. It's about you guys. It's about, if you want any help, any advice. I've been looking into this thing called rhodiola. I don't know if you've looked into that. It's a supplement, and apparently there's a whole bunch of potential health benefits to it when it comes to recovery, when it comes to stress management, anxiety, all sorts of stuff. It's considered a nootropic, so it might be similar to say the benefits from ashwagandha, Tongkat Ali, and things like that. But I don't know if you've looked into it. Rhodiola. The thing in it's called Salis. I can't remember the exact name, but it's it's a nootropic, which means it's an adaptogen. It's to help you with stress, anxiety. So if you're going through a lot of those things, it might be worth trying some of this stuff out, whether it be ashwagandha, Tongkat Ali, or this rhodiola. I don't know if they have their own benefits, but I've heard some people saying that with ashwagandha they can feel like a zombie, and that can be a problem if because it can blunt your emotions and almost be feel like you're on antidepressants or something like that. It can. So I hear when people go on antidepressants, sometimes they can feel like they're a bit like the zombie, and that's not what you want, is it really? You want to feel great. You want to feel full of energy and positive.
but apparently, for some people, ashwagandha is not the best. Yeah, that's true. Exercise will help with sleep because it builds sleep pressure. So so that's one of the benefits of exercise is sleep improvement, because when your body gets tired, then it's just gonna be a lot easier to fall asleep. So you probably get better onset of sleep, and then better, I guess, quality of sleep in terms of because some people they'll sleep but about 8 hours, but the quality is not there. It would feel like they've only had 4 hours of sleep. Whereas some people, hello to you, the legendary Lighty Man, I hope you're well. Yeah, but I got stuff on my mind. Yeah, so maybe look into some of these herbs, but also meditation is something that might be helpful for people who are struggling with that. So just try maybe some meditation. I've been focusing on that, trying to just switch my mind off. Yoga Nidra, check it out if you want to look into it. So so anyway, so whatever, we're getting these trolls, but whatever, just maybe they should just focus on their own self instead of trying to it says more about you than it does about me, so but have a nice life anyway. Oh goodness. Better masturbation. What do you mean better masturbation? I don't know, it's just but I think that whole no-fap thing is a bit of a fad, to be honest. What are you guys' thoughts on the whole no-fap semen retention thing? There are sound therapy apps which put the brain into sleep mode, loads already on YouTube. You're on about the brain waves like delta and all that, because that, to going from say because most of the time we're in alpha, or not alpha, we're in beta most of the time, and then when we're studying or we're in a creative state, we're going to into alpha, and then when we're in a more of a trance, we're going to theta, and then delta's when we're sleeping or something. So that's theta's that kind of in between state, and that's probably what you're in meditation and in a more of a trance kind of state where you're just completely zoned out, and so it's because so that can really sort of help people, by trying to get into that sort of state where you can just focus on your breathing or something like that, and just switch your mind off, because a lot of times people are struggling to sleep because there's so much on their mind. So trying to just of course it's hard for some people if they've got, let's say for example someone has an exam coming up or something like that. It can be difficult. I ain't worried about it, Tom, brother. Everyone goes through sleepless nights once in a while. Yeah, I guess as long as it's not a recurring thing that you have, then that could be concerning, really. But thank you for the advice. All respect, no problem. But if it's recurring, then that's something you might need to look into, the root of that and try to get it sorted, because you shouldn't be constantly having restless nights, because it's not good for your health. It's just going to end up making you feel groggy, and also potentially reduce life expectancy as well, because sleep is very important for DNA repair, especially the deep sleep. So like I said, some people can get by on a few hours of sleep a night as long as they're getting enough of that deep sleep. But this yoga nidra meditation thing might have some of the benefits of sleep, but it might not give you the full benefits of the deep sleep, because like I said, deep sleep is necessary for that sort of DNA repair, because basically throughout the day we get all this kind of DNA damage and whatever, and it, especially in the brain, so it can actually possibly delay onset of dementia and things like that by being able to keep keep the DNA in the brain young, because there's so much stuff going on in the brain. That's why it tends to be the brain or the heart goes first, because there's so much like metabolic activity going on in these body parts, and that if we're not getting enough recovery, then these organs are just going to get exhausted. They're going to wear out. So it's important that we do get enough recovery. It's like if you're exercising and you're doing it too much, then you're not giving your body enough chance to recover. So it's all about finding that balance. So like getting in enough to where you get the benefits from it, but not too much to where it becomes a problem. I'm good, thank you, Max. It's good to see that your channel's been blowing up lately. But yeah, like I said, last night I did 200 push-ups and 200 jump squats. It was really quite an intense session that I did, but it was good though. It was good to push yourself like that. You know, it's got a lot of sweating going on, and yeah, it feels good. You know, it's like, you know, you're getting a lot of calories burnt. Some people are saying like that you can't burn a lot of calories doing like kind of resistance training, but it all depends on how you do it. If you do it in like kind of like a sort of interval training style where you're doing like, and then you can burn a lot of calories doing it. Yeah, thank you, Max. But yeah, the jump squats are really what causes the calorie burn. It really makes you burn so many calories. Because obviously there's a lot of muscles in like the legs and stuff, and when you're exploding up, and you're just gonna be like, it's a lot of calories, you know. It's like, that's why I say like you're running or you're cycling or whatever, and you're using a lot of legs, you're burning a lot of calories doing that stuff. But yeah, some of the like, upper body stuff doesn't burn that many calories, but yeah. Yeah, my channel seems to enjoy the algorithm lately. It's been consistent on my lives, on my videos. It's awful though, but expected since I don't put in any effort. Too much work to do besides, because you're just doing the lives, but I think it's just because you were doing all the challenges and building up your fitness. People seem to be enjoying that. It's just a matter of time, isn't it? So I need to just not be negative and just focus on, you know, what I have here, and I'm building something here. I'm just trying to focus on, you know, trying to make the channel more interesting, and so that people actually are gonna stick around. Hello, burpees and Jacob. Yeah, Jacob's a great support. He just, you know, comes in and sends a bunch of likes and stuff, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's good to have support like that. So yeah, just try and share the live out if you can, and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, this is like the most views I've had on a live for a while, so just been trying out a new thing, like trying to see how it goes really. This morning I did 420 clean pull-ups in EMOM style, 7 a minute. Felt amazing, the progress I got from the challenges, and saying, yeah, that's it, you know, you get that benefit of that, the strength endurance there, you know, and the cardiovascular benefits and stuff, so then it just doesn't even feel hard anymore. But I've just actually ordered the other day some beta-alanine, which might help with strength endurance and also cardiovascular endurance, because it can actually help to buffer the hydrogen ions. That's when you get that, what they call the lactic acid burn. So I'm gonna try that out and see how it goes. So I'll let you guys know how I feel from all that. But they say it can delay onset of that kind of fatigue. It might not make a massive difference, but I thought, you know, it's only like a few quid, I might as well just give it a try. And I'll see how it goes, because it might help you to be able to, you know, sort of keep going for longer. Indeed, cardio built in my other high volume trainings, floor gets fully wet. Yeah, I was so wet last night doing that workout with the jump squats and all that. I just did like 5 each round, so I did 5. So I would do 40 rounds. So I did 5 push-ups. So it was actually a 5-pump burpee, followed by 5 jump squats. Yeah, jump squats are a good one. But yeah, definitely I feel like they're an underrated exercise for like building that explosive endurance, and like, yeah, it's just but yeah, my max was like 53 in one set one time. I don't know what it would be now, but yeah, I've been trying to practice with the, you know, just like improving my endurance as well as power, because I was just talking a while ago with someone saying how if you focus too much on one, then you lack in the other. It's just, I like to try and kind of keep everything balanced, and yeah, try to make sure that I've got a good max output, but also be able to keep that going. So yeah, thank you, Max. I'm out to work. It was nice seeing you. Take care. Yeah, you too. Yeah, when are you live again? Are you back on later, or are you just doing one today then? Or let me know. I might check it out. I think, was it Jacob's doing a live later? I saw it like 12 o'clock. I might check that out. But yeah, just let me know who's still here. Let's get this shared out if you can, guys. Sharing is caring. Anyway, so yeah, just keep chatting, guys. But yeah, I just want to focus on growth, and because I don't want to stagnate. I don't want to just see my fitness just stagnate. I'll see it. It depends how much work I have ahead of me. Well, I suppose, yeah, if you've got a lot of work, then you might be a bit tired or something. Yeah. So anyway, just who else is still in here? People just keep chatting, guys. It'd be good to have you just keep on interacting. That's what it's all about. We need to. Yeah. If anyone's got any questions you want to ask, then feel free to put them in the chat. This is for you guys, so this is about just seeing what people So, but yeah, I don't know if has anyone tried beta alanine? I'm just curious. There's another thing I was looking into was baking soda, which apparently has a similar effect, but I don't really want to be doing baking soda because I've looked into that, and apparently you can end up because there's a lot of salt in baking soda, so it's like you don't want to be messing around with that really. What's your favorite push-up variation? I'm not really too sure. I usually just do regular push-ups or decline push-ups, but I quite like to do explosive push-ups, doing side-to-side push-ups and stuff like that. Anything that's explosive I quite like doing. But yeah, that's whether it be clapping push-ups or something like that. So I like the more explosive, the plyometric type stuff, because I like jump squats and stuff like that. So that I just find might just be because I seem to naturally be quite good at those sort of things. So, but yeah. Anyway, welcome in everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. All right. So looks like it's kind of dropping off now a bit, but yeah. But it's been good to have you guys here. So yeah, if anyone else has got any questions, then feel free to put them in the chat. Yeah. All right. I don't know. So what about you then, Jacob? What's your favorite push-up variation? I don't know. It's just it's not being pushed out as much now. It seems. So yeah, if you want to help me out, just try and get this shared out. Sharing is caring. Drink. Navy SEAL push-ups. That's the one with that's like a burpee, isn't it? Navy SEALs. Yeah, how's it going, Ness Silihan?
Hey there, I'm Barack Obama. I'm the 44th president. Well, actually the 43rd, 44th president of America. God bless America. You did such a terrible...
Hang on.
You did such a terrible job as a President Obama. I did a better job than you. You take credit for all the things that I did to our government.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the live. Feel free to ask questions. So it seems like Joe Biden's kind of not really in the spotlight anymore. Well, I mean, Obama's not really, is he? But anyway, how are we doing today, people? I hope you're all well. Again, if you can share this out, that would be great. Yeah, just if you guys could help me out, that would be really appreciated. Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing good. How about you? I'm alright, thank you. Just, yeah, it seems like most of them have gone now. I don't know, maybe it's just the time of day, I don't know, but well, they don't seem to be pushing this out as much. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'll just keep this going for a little while and then I'll probably go out for a bit. But yeah, we're almost on 2.5k subs, we're on 2.49k, so yeah, it's been taking a while, but we've just got to keep going and yeah, just got to stay positive and hopefully things are going to work out. Just sometimes I can get a bit disheartened when you're trying to, you know, make something happen, but you have to just kind of remember why you're doing it in the first place and not get too focused on things out of your control. Just focus on the message that you're trying to put out. Focus on the passion for it, not on the kind of other things that, you know, it's like, well, I can't control the algorithm fully. It's like, yeah, there's things I can do to help it, but I can't necessarily, you know, kind of make YouTube push it out to so many people. But yeah, because it's that quality over quantity, as they say. So we should be, you know, remember that, you know, more isn't always better. We've got to focus on, you know, reaching the right kind of people rather than as many people as possible. But yeah, so what are your plans going forward then, Jacob, with the channel, and you know, what are your goals with it? Are you just going to continue doing what you're doing, or do you have a bigger goal with it? What's your hello Outer Passions? I've not seen you for a while. I tried help someone in the comments of a bit. Oh yeah, the vitamin B17. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about that stuff. I don't know how true it is, but yeah, not seen you for ages. I was yeah, it's been a long time, but it's good to have you here. Yeah, pseudoscience, I don't know like enough about it. I've just, you know, people saying that, like, you know, the whole vitamin B17 is this thing about, you know, cancer treatment and all that. And I don't want to be like kind of making claims that, I don't know, but the thing is that I do think they are trying to, you know, they don't want people to know any sort of natural treatments, is all I'm going to say, because that would be bad for their business, right? You know, with chemotherapy, radiotherapy and all that, which we know can be harmful, not just to the cancer cells, but also like the rest of your body. You know, when you're putting yourself through radiation or anything like that, just continue and become better at training calisthenics. Yeah, because it'd be good if you can, you know, work on skills. Have you learned the was it the tuck front lever? Have you tried doing that? Because I've recently learned to do that, which is it's a good one for like the lats. I find it's a good isometric for the lats. So yeah, I mean, it's a old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, something to it, methinks. Yeah, I think it's just because of the apple is healthy itself. It's like, it might not be because of the pips or something. I mean, it could just be that, I mean, the apples are full of like vitamin C and other nutrients, so there is, you know, but yeah, there's some apples around York that are growing, and they've like grown, yeah, they grow every year, and it's, I'll be trying to harvest some soon once they're ready. It's just that they're small at the moment, they haven't fully developed. There's also some pears that are growing. Yeah, I mean, I've heard about the whole apple seeds and the, you know, apricot seeds. I don't know. I mean, I try to keep an open mind. But yeah, I learned only the L-sit and frog stand so far, and mastering my own body weight with a handstand against the wall, but that's it. Yeah, because didn't you say you're quite tall as well, so it is more difficult with the height and all that. I mean, so how many like pull-ups can you do so far then? Because I'm kind of struggling with that stuff, but yeah, but I'm trying. I've started doing some like kind of where I'll try to do the negative and just. They say that can help you build strength up to improve your pull-up scores by doing, like the eccentric pull-ups, and then it's like slowing down that negative phase of the pull-ups. So that could be an idea to do that. So anyway, hello Reluctant Gamer. Yeah, I know I'm on early, but I thought I'd just try it again. So I'm trying out things with the lives and stuff to see if it can. Get more views and stuff, so we'll just see how this goes, but don't like being told it's a struggle. I know it's annoying, isn't it, when you're seeing all these guys that are like 5'6", 5'8", and they're like, they can move their body so efficiently, and yeah, it is annoying, and some people don't seem to appreciate the struggle of taller people. Like, if they're short, then it's like, they might be like, oh yeah, it might make a little bit of difference, but it's like, it makes quite a difference, because I should already be able to do about 15 to 20 pull-ups clean, but I can't do a fraction of that. So it is difficult, but you've just got to, you've just got to try to see the positive in that, because once you've mastered a skill that is harder, then you kind of appreciate it more. Because once I got like my first pull-up, it was actually like, there was actually a kind of like a moment of like kind of like it's like, for example, I had this I just was able to do the one arm dead hang the other day, and it's like I couldn't actually do it yesterday for some reason, but I think I had to warm up quite a bit to do it. But there was this moment of like euphoria that I've finally managed to do a skill that's took me so long to be able to do. Even if it's kind of somewhat easy for some people to do it, but it's like the fact that it's like looking back at where I've come from, like, see, I was doing the other night, I did 29 push-ups in a row, so yeah, that's roughly about where I can get to, like, without stopping. I think I did 30 one time as well, but then trying to work on the form though as well and make sure I'm not cheating the reps and stuff, so because otherwise it can lead to injuries in the long run. So I've just got to try and be mindful of that and not, because you don't want to be cheating, that's not good. Anyway, so like we got in here, we've got Lil, no, I'm not from Birmingham. What's with all this on the screen? It's just something that I'm trying out with this Prism thing. Do I come over on ED? I wasn't allowed to eat anything other than ice cubes and grapes as a ballet dancer. Now that I quit my relationship with food is weird. What the hell? Ice cubes and grapes, that can't be right, surely. As a ballet dancer, I thought ballet dancers could eat quite a lot of food or something. I don't know. What the hell? Are you just trying to take the piss or something? So I ain't got time for that. What is going on? Yeah, background is, BG means background. Anyway, share the live out if you can, guys. Just trying to like keep, spreading positivity, but sometimes I get down and I act out of character, but I'm trying to just move away from that really. But it is hard sometimes when you see people and they just act negative, but it's good when you've got, positive people here as well that can back you up. It's just hard when there's no positive people there and it's just a bunch of negativity. So I end up having to block people because I just can't be doing with it. People saying that I should keep those people because they can actually be helpful to the channel in the long run and actually become supporters. But I don't know, it's just difficult for me though sometimes when I just can't be doing with all the nasty stuff, just all the kind of naysaying and all that. It's just I need support about kind of, otherwise it's just gonna get in my head. It's like, if you've got nothing good to say, just don't say anything. Like I ain't got time for negativity and drama and just people just trying to put you down and all that. It's just just do on with that crap. Anyway, so hit that like button, guys. How many likes are we on now? Let's see if we can get to like 50 likes then. I don't know how many likes we're on, so let's have a look. So who's still in here? Then let me know. Let me know if you're still watching, guys. But yeah, if you've got any questions, then feel free to put it in the chat. So yeah, let's see what we're on 24 likes. So thank you very much for all your support, everybody. That's really appreciated. So yeah, just thought I'd try out this new background thing and see how it goes. See if it attracts more people in, and yeah, just hello Kay. I had 6 bladder infections because the producers of the dancing show wouldn't allow me or other students to pee. I mean, this just sounds like you're just taking the piss now. I mean, no pun intended. But yeah, I just don't think you're being serious, are you? It's just like, people are just like, I don't know, they maybe just some kind of silly little kids or something, just trying to mess around. Anyway, just keep chatting, guys. Yeah, who's still here then? Is Jacob, you still there? Let me know. But yeah, it's been good to have you all here this morning. I'm glad that I came on this morning. I was like, yeah, let's try and go on this morning, I wouldn't have thought that it would do better in the morning than it would in the evening, but yeah. But we'll be back on later as well. I just thought, let's see how it goes. Let's just have a look on DLive, because I've gone on live on there as well, and maybe I'm missing some chat there. But yeah, it's been a good chat, Is Reluctant Gamer still there? Let me know if you're still watching. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's on there, so it's probably a bit early for all of those people. Again, guys, if you have any questions, can you just put it in the chat? Here to try and help each other be the best version of themselves, and that's my message. That's my mission. There's so many people with health problems, and a lot of it's unnecessary, and we need to try and just encourage each other. Yeah. So anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about then? Has anyone got anything they'd like to say? We've got 12 people in the house, so yeah, if you're lurking, maybe come and say hello. It's up to you. Yeah. I don't know. Let's have a quick drink. Maybe I'll just do my Trump thing again, with this.
Hello there, all you beautiful people.
Anyway, sometimes you just have to kind of laugh at life, and not take it so seriously. I get so many kind of like miserable people, and they're just kind of like, they don't see the humor in everything. They're just kind of like, like, it's like, well, we should try and be a bit more kind of able to have fun, because otherwise, like, it's like, what are you going to do, It's like, if you can't laugh at it, then it's like, you're just miserable. I don't know. Anyway, what is going on with this chat now? There's like, nobody seems to be saying anything, so if you could just let me know that you're still watching or something. Let me just have a quick look and see. So I think I'll just add the like to my own live then. But yeah, nobody else chatting I see, so. But yeah, check out my videos, guys. I'm putting out videos regularly, so just try and, just check them out when you get a chance. Watch the ads and all that so that I get paid. Because I actually changed the setting on it to like unrestrict some of the ads. I'm just going to see how that works, because some people are saying that you can get a better RPM on your ads. I'm still here making coffee in the background. Have you got monetized on your channel, Jacob? Let me know, like, as you, it's like, because, some people have been kind of struggling to get monetized. I know, like, Runner Boy's been struggling. I don't know if you've watched his lives, but yeah, he's been taking a while to get monetized, but he's just about to get monetized, so I'm really happy for him. Oh, you're not yet monetized? Alright, how long have you been going, Jacob, on your channel then? So, but yeah, it can be a grind, I know, like, unless, there's people who go into, like, chats to try and blow up the channel, but it's like, it's illegitimate kind of subscribers really, and it's just not something I would recommend. You should be doing everything organically, because it's just going to end up messing up your channel in the long run. Because let's say you're getting all these subscribers and they all just watch you for a second each video, and it's just the watch time is going to be completely messed up, and the YouTube's going to not push you out anymore, because it's going to just seem as like a red flag to YouTube. So not something I'd recommend really. So anyway, but yeah, hope everyone's well today. Yeah, so you have your coffee and all that. I don't actually drink coffee. I just I don't know, I never got into coffee, you know. I just kind of, yeah, I don't know why. It's just one of those things that I don't know really. It's I have nothing like against it or anything. It's other than that, I just think it tastes a bit kind of crap. But also, I mean, I feel like, you know, it's one of those things where like it's like a stimulant. So I feel like if you're really that badly like feeling exhausted, then you might need to look at improving your sleep. And the problem is that the coffee can actually interfere with your sleep if you have it too late in the day. So it might be worth looking at. You know, if someone's reliant on it, then it might be a good idea to try and slowly reduce the amount that you take until it's an amount that's healthy. But yeah, because it can really kind of mess a lot of people up. So it's just something that you have to do in balance. Being a content creator for over a year and 3 months now. Well, yeah, it took a while, but yeah, just gotta. So how many like watch hours are you on now then? Yeah, true. At 5:29 a.m. here. Yeah, they say if you have it in the morning, then it's not really going to wreck your sleep. There's something like a half-life of 6 hours, I think it is. So yeah, I think yeah, it has a half-life of 6 hours. Yeah, so like 6 hours, 12 hours it'll be out of your system. So let's say you have coffee at, let's say, 8 a.m. or whatever, for example, then as long as you don't go to bed before 8 p.m, then it should be out of your system by then. So that way it shouldn't interfere with your sleep. Because I was watching, I think it was on, I think what was it called? Matt Walker, I think it was, and it talking about sleep. So I'd recommend checking out his lectures on it, and he talks about the importance of sleep for health and how like coffee can interfere with that if taken at the wrong time of day. So yeah, because that's something I would recommend to try and avoid. But yeah, it doesn't mean you have to completely stop drinking coffee. But yeah, I ate fruit before bed and I wake up at 2 a.m. hungry. Yeah, why is that then? Maybe try and have something a bit more substantial, I guess. I don't know. Just got to find what works for you, I guess. But yeah, fruit's really good for you though, but you just gotta, yeah, I mean, fruit's not got that many calories though, so like, especially if it's like kind of, you know, like very juicy fruit where it's like, well, true, yeah, it's like if you had say like bananas or something like that, then there's quite a bit of nutrition in that, like a lot of calories, I mean, but yeah. Anyway, what's everybody up to today? I hope you're all doing well. Share out the live if you can. Sharing is caring. Yeah, alright. Down to 5 people now, it says. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, we're dropping off now, so. Who else is still in here then? Anyone else still there? Feel free to ask questions, everybody. But yeah, fruit is good for you though. I think fruit's probably good as like a morning snack. Give you some like quick release carbs. Like, yeah, you could have like bananas and things like that for like the quick sugars to fuel your workouts. And then in the evening, probably best to have more protein. I think protein might actually help with sleep because it can because then your body's going to want to kind of, sort of more relaxed when you have something more dense, I guess. Besides me, lol, what's that? Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so you do a lot of like burpees and stuff in it, and like, so you've done the Holy Grail, right? So I was saying that Leslie Buddha, she's done it, but doesn't she just do like it without the push-up part of it? Because that's like a kind of, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do though, because obviously for women they might struggle somewhat with like the push-ups and stuff. Jacob says, yeah. So, what was like the most that you've done in like one day? Is it just like the 1,000 then? Or some people have done like 2,000, 3,000 burpees in a day. It's just crazy. Both Holy Grail and Shots Collar. What's Shots Collar? So yeah, last night I was doing 200 push-ups and 200 jump squats. So I did the push-ups. So I do 5 pump burpees and then followed by 5 jump squats. Quite an intense session it was, yeah. I was just constantly drinking water to keep myself hydrated. So that's the thing with these intense sessions, is that it's going to get you it's going to, make you sweat like crazy, so you're going to have to keep drinking. You have to stay hydrated, it's important. So some people just don't hydrate enough, and they forget to drink, and it's like really important, otherwise it can really put stress on your organs and things like that, It's not good to be dehydrated, and you're just not going to be as efficient if you're dehydrated. So I just kept having to, fill up like a glass of water, and the shot colors of 500 Navy SEAL burpees, right, okay. Yeah, so we're talking about the Navy SEALs, and that was like your favourite push-up. Yeah, there was this thing I saw the other day where they were doing, I think it was 500, 500 cycle-style burpees. That was, Eric LaPointe was doing it with the Burpee Reaper. And, that's some crazy stuff, that. But yeah, I've tried doing the cycle-style burpees. They're quite fun. Because, again, it's like a kind of explosive variation. Jacob says very brutal. Are you on about the ones that you did, or are you on about the cycle style burpees, or? But that is some like difficult stuff, really. But yeah. Anyway, so but yeah, it's just about kind of finding something that you can kind of do well and just keep getting better at. Because like I said, being tall, it can be a hindrance in some ways, but you've just got to try and not let it hold you back. Some people might just use it as an excuse to not push as hard as they could. It's like, yeah, it might make certain things harder, but sometimes you might just have to find an easier variation. Oh yeah, I was watching Jesse Pollack the other week, and he was saying that he maxed out at like what was it? 23 minutes on a dead hang. That is crazy, that. I don't know if you do dead hangs. They're good for like grip strength, endurance. But like it's I could probably only do it for maybe like, I don't know, a couple of minutes maybe maximum if I really wanted to. There's no way I'm doing 23 minutes on a dead hang, but that takes a lot of endurance to be able to do that. So yeah, dead hangs are real kind of test of it'll be a test of like willpower as well, like to just keep going even when your body's just saying please just let go. So a lot of it's that, even not just the physical component of it. So yeah, what about planks? Do you ever do them? I ain't crazy about doing burpees like I was last year. Too much stress on the body and joints. Yeah, that's why I don't want to do like too many reps on these things, because I don't like the idea of just repping out, spamming reps of things. I'd rather do things in a more efficient way, where I'm doing, say, like I said, 200 where I was doing, 5 pump burpees and then 5 jump squats, I find that's just like an efficient workout. I got a good workout from that. It was pretty intense and but like doing, tons and tons of burpees, I find is very, you're going to get that, you could get that repetitive strain injury if you just keep doing the same movement over and over and over again. Like you said, your joints, all of like your tendons, your ligaments, all that stuff can only handle so much. So I don't necessarily agree with the super high volume stuff. I mean, high volume up to a degree I think is good, but doing too much is just, like you said, it stresses out the system. And I think there's a hello the great one, what's up bro, still working out, I see, thank you for stopping by. So just doing too much volume I think is, it's just this burpee community, and I think there's a kind of, it can get a bit toxic where there's this kind of like elitism I find with possibly, this is something that like, I think Paul from Fitness Hutch was kind of touching on it a bit, like where it was like, about the whole kind of dogma of it and like I just feel like some of these people might have some like elitism as well, whether they realize it or not. It's like this kind of, a lot of these communities, like they think that they're better than everybody else kind of thing, and I'm not saying everybody in it, but I'm just saying that there's this kind of feeling with some of these communities where they think that they're so great and all that, and it's like you might get these runners, for example, or cyclists even, any certain niche where it's like that's their whole thing of just trying to go all out as long as they can possibly do it, and it can get to a point where that's toxic. If you're doing too much stress on your body, that is not healthy. You have to be able to prioritize recovery, and because then you're not even going to get the benefits from exercise if you're doing that. There's actually, because exercise can improve like your immune system and other things, but if you're doing it too much, that's just going to lead to just like, your body's going to not be working properly. There's this J-shaped curve, and I think they find that overtraining might actually be worse for immune system than undertraining. So I ain't gonna touch squats for a while, but I still do lunges, B calf raises for lower body day. Squats mess up my lower back. Oh really? I would have thought that like, well, you said about lunges, is it because of like when you're doing lunges you're not because with squats you're like kind of leaning forward. Have you ever thought about doing wall squats? I'll just show you what I mean. So wall squats might be a good one for like supporting your back, but what I would do, right, is you could lean up against the wall because it's going to support your back. So you could just do this. So you lean against the wall and do that. So that's a way that you can sort of like, and I can go right down, look. So I've got like, true arse to grass squats. There's people out there that go on about arse to grass squats and they're nowhere near getting to that point, so you're looking really healthy to keep getting those gains. Well, thank you very much. We're all getting the gains. Look, I'll show you. Look at that, guys. Look at those arms, But so that might be an idea for like the squats. Is that if your lower back is having issues, lean against the wall, and that's going to take out the lower back. So it forces you to keep straight. So that's an idea. I guess with lunges it doesn't really. I'm just trying to think in terms of like. Because with lunges you're not really like. You're not. So when you're doing the squat, you're like. You're doing that kind of like you're getting that sort of lower back, and it requires for like the stability sort of thing.
Whereas, yeah, with like other variations, it doesn't. So you just gotta find what works for you. But yeah, just gotta not fuck your body up, because it's just gonna end up setting you back, isn't it? You don't want that. You want to be able to be healthy for the long run, because otherwise it's going to end up taking you even longer to recover. And so I'm doing much today. I got a collab at 7 a.m, but after that I'm going back to bed. Oh yeah, it was saying that, who was it again, that you're doing a collab with. So that'll be cool. Well, I think it's like 12 my time, so yeah.
Oh yeah, Burpee Reaper, that was it, yeah. Yeah, Burpee Reaper's like kind of known for just being really like great at the burpees. I mean, he did it with Eric Lapointe yesterday, the cycle style burpees. But yeah, it looks like this is like dropped off now, so I don't know. Yeah, I should try and get some more shorts out really, but I don't know. I haven't posted one for a couple of days. I should probably do some more. Sometimes I can get a bit, procrastinate and not get it done. So yeah, maybe, like I said, that wall squat might be a good option. It keeps your lower back out of it. So I definitely don't see you doing any deadlifts anytime soon. Have you ever tried
You might not want to be doing it now, but the single leg bodyweight deadlift. I mean, this is a good exercise if you've never tried it, which is this exercise. So what you do, you're gonna do this. So you're gonna like that. And you're taking one of your legs out of it. That one's good for like your posterior chain. Now you might be able to try and make it more difficult by adding some weight. Let's see if I... Yeah, that's a good exercise, that one. It's like a good one for your posterior chain. You'll get like glutes, hamstrings. But yeah, do you ever do sissy squats? They're good for they're said to be good for like quads, but you also get like the benefits of the rectus, is it called rectus femoris, the knee muscle. Whereas with regular squats and some of the other variations, they don't really target that very well. Yeah, see that exercise, but you probably don't want to be doing that, so this one. So yeah, I'm definitely getting better at that actually. It's so I was trying it the other day and I was a bit kind of off with it, but a lot of it's your technique and your body getting better at like kind of executing the movement. No, but heard of them, they are supposed to be good for knee strength. Oh yeah, this one, like, you could also try the reverse Nordics as well, which is quite similar, but you're doing it on the ground. So like this exercise, it takes the stability out of it. We can do sissy squats with some assistance, but yeah, this is like reverse Nordic. gets a good stretch on the quads. There's also one called a glute ham raise, which is a bit similar to the deadlifting that I was showing you, but it looks like this. But you're just doing it on the ground. You just like kind of like that. But they say when you're doing it, you shouldn't be letting your like that. It's hard because you naturally want to do that when you're doing it. But they say you should try and keep that straight. Yeah, it's a hard exercise. You will get a good stretch on the hamstrings. Well, it gets tension on it, I mean. But like, I naturally want to be like doing that when I'm doing it, if you notice. That's just not going to get a lot of tension on it, so you try to keep it up as much as possible. Yeah, that is a hard exercise. It's a lot harder than it looks. When you do it properly, it's like, yeah. Alright, Born Sigma, good to see you. Oh yeah, do you like the graphic, do you? I thought I'd try it out and see how it goes, for like, attracting more people in here. But I was just showing the glutes, was it called the glute ham raise? And the reverse Nordics. I mean, you could do like Nordic curls, but Nordic curls are mainly just hamstrings. And you'd sort of like need special equipment. I mean, actually, I might be able to do the glute ham raise by putting my feet underneath. So if I've got somewhere like that, gives it a bit of support. Like that, that's the glute ham raise. So yeah, if you put your feet under something like the bed, is what I did, then that can actually help make it a little bit easier. So otherwise it's hard to kind of stabilize the movement properly. So, but the thing with you though, that is it is a lower back exercise as well. So that might not be very good for you right now. But yeah, I might try the reverse Nordics again. No good for the like I said, they're good for the quads. You're gonna get all the quad muscles with this exercise. So when you're coming up, one thing I would say, right, a mistake you might make is doing this, like you're doing that when you're coming up. Try to keep all this straight. Not let your hips sag. That is something you don't want to do. Otherwise it just makes it easier. You don't want to be doing that really. How are we doing today, people? I hope you're all well. Alright, Squirrel, thank you for stopping by. I know I don't usually go live at morning, but I thought, you know what, screw it, let's just do a morning session, you know? So just been showing some like lower body exercises that are quite effective for building strength and muscle with calisthenics. Yeah. So like I said, the thing with calisthenics is that it's good for like people who just want to do exercises wherever and not have to bother about loads of equipment and stuff. On a tea break, so works well to pop in and like, yeah, thank you for stopping by and liking the live. So yeah, anyway, how are we doing today, people? I hope you're all well. Let's get this shared out if you can. But yeah, that Nordic, I don't know if you can do that right now, but yeah, that reverse Nordic is a good one for the quads. But yeah, sissy squats are good as well. But it's all about, you know, as long as you put intention on that muscle, it doesn't matter if it's external weight or your body weight, the body just doesn't care. It's going to develop regardless. So yeah, like people just kind of like be like, oh, you need to do weights. It's like, no, you don't. As long as you're doing things properly, then your body will adapt and it will grow. You know, it's as simple as that, you know. As long as you know what you're doing, there's no reason why you can't grow with body weight exercises. Like, if people say they don't know what they're talking about and they're, yeah, ignorant. So yeah, who's still in here then? Seems to have gone quiet now, so it's down to like 2 people, so yeah. I'll be off in a second probably, so just any more questions, then put them in the chat right now. I need to work on the pull-ups and stuff, and yeah. I think I managed to get about 4 yesterday. It is harder when you're taller, it really is. Have you seen the heavy bar held at one end and rotated with both hands around the head and shoulders? I don't think so. What's that about? Nah. No, I don't think I've seen that. Maybe tell me more about that. Yeah, I don't think so. It's Nordic and Indian. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. But there's a first for everything, isn't there? Alright, one dark rep, good to see you. So I'll just demonstrating a couple of leg exercises, like I was showing the glute ham raise on the reverse Nordics. We could do Nordic curls as well, but they're mainly a hamstring exercise. If you want to like isolate your hamstrings, they can be good for that. But they're to pretend bros word. Oh, I don't know about that. Not heard about that. Anyway, welcome in. I know it's early for me to go live, but I thought I'd try it out, and yeah, I've been trying out this new setup and everything, and see how it goes really. Anyway,
there's so many different backgrounds I could choose, but some of them are not really my thing. 6 feet solids in battle. Oh, really? Oh, wow. That is crazy, that. 6 feet. Yeah. Oh, wow. Anyway, so how are you on Dark Rep? So for like legs, you could just do, say, so you might only need like a couple of different exercises, really. You could do sissy squats, and you could do the glute ham raises, and also you could do some like calf exercises as well.
I actually figured out a calf exercise, and I don't know if anyone really does it, but which is like a kind of plyometric calf raise. So what you do, so you go like this, and you, instead of just doing you would jump up It might look a bit stupid, but you know, if you try it for a certain amount of time, you're gonna get a pump in the so you're not actually bending so you're not like doing that. You're actually just trying to keep just tension on the calves. So maybe try it. See how you feel with that. Yeah. Yeah, jumping with just your calves, it's a way of isolating that muscle. So if you're wanting to focus on building your calves up, then yeah, it's a way of doing that with plyometrics, using explosive power.
Anyway, simple and effective. Yeah, so just a new one that I kind of just came up with. So there's probably other people that have done it, but I just kind of was like, hang on a second, what if I applied that kind of, you know, like if you're doing, let's say, plyometric squats to just isolating the calves. I don't know if there's really any point to that, or whether you could just, you know, incorporate that just with regular squats. Say, for example, if you're
doing the squat jump, you could kind of get 2 in 1. The only thing is that one muscle might fatigue quicker than the other. So there is that issue where they were saying that, you know, because with that can be the benefit of isolation, where you can fatigue the muscle that you want to fatigue first. So I'm doing squat jumps, and maybe that, but the thing is that doesn't really keep tension on it properly. Whereas if I'm doing just like kind of constant like that, I am keeping constant tension on the muscle. That is what you want to do when you're to build muscle. You want it to keep constant tension. So yeah, so there might be benefits of doing that over doing squats with a like a sort of, because then you're anyway, yeah, just maybe just try and do like a certain amount of sets, a certain amount of volume. If it's something you've not done before, then it might be a shock to the body. But I haven't done enough volume to really notice anything much, but I thought it'd be interesting as a one to try. But yeah, because I thought, okay, well, apply what you would, you know, so like with plyometric squats to doing, because like with the plyometric push-ups as well, the same kind of thing. It's about explosive power. Yeah. I've been trying out a bunch of different exercises, like different variations and things of like. So, for example, I was doing. Let me show you this. So, right. So what we do is like we can just like use this as like a. It's like doing the kind of. Now, I know some people say, oh, don't pull our elbows out or something, but I don't know. I mean, and it's not something I do all the time, but to add a bit of variety in. You're working different muscles by doing it like this. So I don't know, it's just like to try out different variations, exercises and stuff, and see what works, you know. And if I find I start to get a strain, then I'm going to stop doing it. So it's just listen to your body. If it feels wrong, then stop doing it. Otherwise, you're just going to get yourself injured, or just keep getting yourself more and more strained. So a lot of people are afraid to try new things, I think, and it's but you just gotta test the waters, see what works, listen to your body, but your body will tell you if if it's going too far. So yeah, seems like the chat's dropped off, so I should probably get off soon. Really not too much error with listening to, but yeah, that's it, Yeah, if you're finding that there's some errors, then you have to just correct it. And everybody's different as well. Like, for example, some people find that dips are not good for them, whereas some people are fine. So you have to just see what kind of, maybe it's just the amount of volume you're doing on a particular exercise, or mixing it up, varying it up so that you're not getting that repetitive strain. It's just common sense, really. Anyway, we're on 28 likes, so can we get to 30 likes before I finish? Don't look like we get into the 50, but yeah, because it's kind of dropped off, so yeah. But we did get a good amount of viewers earlier, but it's just, you just never know with these things, do you? Right, yeah, you take care, Squirrel, have a good day. Yeah, so we'll be back on this evening. Anyway, right. I should try and get some more videos out, but it's, the thing is that they only give you so many, like, give people 3 notifications per day. So if you put out 3 videos per day, whether that's live streams, shorts, whatever, they'll stop after 3. So I'm like, well, there's no point in me putting a video out if people aren't going to get notified for it. Otherwise the views are going to be terrible. So less is more when it comes to YouTube, I think. So any more questions before I go? Doesn't seem to be anyone left in here, so yeah, looks like everybody's gone. Oh well. But yeah, I'll see you all later. Alright, bye for now.